Warm welcome to all of you friends. Very good, very good. So today is a special day for all of us because it's Mother's Day. Happy Mother's Day to all of you. So we bow down to all mothers in the world. Not only human mothers, but the animal mothers also. They also give birth to many babies. And our true mother also, we bow down to our true mother. The source is our true mother. The source which given birth to our soul. We bow down to that mother also. So friends, today's the topic we have chosen is play of duality and non-duality. Very important topic because that's where all the confusion comes from. We are all living in two planes, two streams, two ways, two paths. We're all living that way. For example, in duality, whenever we are participating in our daily life, we are participating fully in duality. Here all the dual things are existing. Good, bad, left, right, right, wrongs, all kinds of dualities exist. We participate fully in it. There is poverty, there is prosperity, there is illness, there is health. Everywhere this duality exists in the physical realm. Samsara means duality. If you expect something else to be here, it's not possible. It is bound to be there. Duality is bound to be there here. How to play well this duality and non-duality. At the same time, whenever we are going into meditation, we all have some experience of non-dual states where there is no duality, no good and bads. We transcend, no body and mind or soul. We transcend to some other plane, to some other dimension, into oneness. All that we keep observing in us. It's a kind of play. Today let us understand fully about this topic. What is this duality and what is this non-duality? So friends, how this birth of duality happened? How did this come into place first of all? It's every search, every seeker search for this. Why this duality existing at all? The higher truth is we are oneness beings. There is only one which created many. Then in that case, why first of all the duality need to be created? What is the fun? So this is called play of consciousness. It is called Leela. It is called a game. God playing game with His own self. Our source, our creator, playing with His own self. He is coming in many forms, multiple forms. God is coming as Loknath, Shahina and Suchita and all. God is coming in all forms, all of us. And God playing with His own self, hide and seek game. He pretends that He has forgotten everything. He pretends or she pretends that, forgets that this is the source, this is only oneness, and pretends to be part of this. Then there is a play, endless play. And we pretend that we forget everything for a longer time also. How many lifetimes it takes? Only we are caught in the duality, thinking this is the only reality that is existing. This is only truth, and we are caught in these illusions of this physical plane. Another name for duality is called Maya. Maya. We are completely caught in that Maya, in the illusion, and we play it. It's a God playing with his own self, her own self. And this birth of duality is because the play of consciousness, because consciousness playing with its own self. That's the play. God playing with his own self. And because of that play, there is so much beauty, there is so much adventure. We pretend, again we rediscover, we remember one day, oh, this is duality. And we wake up, we understand, okay, I am non-dual being, I am God being. I am never separate from that source. So this is entirely the play. Because of the birth of duality, there is play. Soul is defined as Swayambhu. Atman or Brahman is called as Swayambhu. Which means it is self-created. Swayambhu is self-created. Shiva is called self-creators. Shiva is called Swayambhu. Shivaling, if you notice in some temple, they say this is Swayambhu. It is born by itself. Nobody has created this Shivaling. In the same way, actually originally we are all Swayambhus. We were never born, we never die. We are never born and we never die. Because we are oneness beings. We are non-dual beings. But this duality has given us a playground, a platform for our play and a game we started. So this birth of duality has given birth to divisions. All the divisions is existing because of the duality. We start labeling in the physical dimension everything as good, bad. This is my good country, this is bad country. My neighbors are good, these neighbors are bad. Even within yourself you have many divisions. Oh, part of me, I have bad part of me. There is a good part of me. And these eyes, two eyes, that's why the source, the creator, the Swayambhu created two eyes. Because of the duality. This duality sees all things in duality. But this third eye sees non-duality. That's why in spirituality, the goal is to realize the big picture, understanding this is the play of consciousness of duality and non-duality. We are playing both the games. After knowing that you are non-dual being, you participate fully in duality game. You are not caught in the illusion, in the Maya. You know that pain is illusion, fear is illusion, and illness is illusion, death is illusion. These are all illusions that we see. But at the same time, we participate very well. Like you go to a movie theater, you are watching a nice movie. You know that it's a movie. You are watching a movie, a sentimental movie. And there is a sentimental scene coming and you start crying. You know that it is a movie. At the same time you forget that it's a movie in that moment. Then you are caught by the emotion, sentiment. You are having tears. You feel that it's real. Movie is real. Even life is a dream. Life is a movie. And we are actors here. We are players here. And we've forgotten about it. We pretended that we forgotten it. We extend that play because there is a play. You know, children, they play very well. Have you noticed it? How they play? They try to hide. They know that the friend is hiding there, but they play very well, pretending that they not notice the person who is hiding. They prolong the game. When the game ends, there is no beauty there. The game need to continue a little longer. So exactly we are playing this. These divisions, even the illness. In this physical dimension, illness is there because of the duality. This is how illness is created. There is a divisive thoughts. There are always the contrast things, contrasting polarity experiences, which creates an illness, unwholesomeness, and birth of illusion, birth of fear. There is a fear here. We are caught by the fears. And birth of rejection feeling. The very moment we are coming into this play and we are completely playful and caught in this play, then that very moment we start feeling rejection from the God. God, you rejected me. And fear of rejection, it takes over us. And abandonment, another story that emerges in us is abandonment. God, you have sent me into this physical plane. I am so alone here. You abandoned me. I am angry at you. And victimhood. You feel powerless, helpless, because so many other experiences which are unpleasant, which are coming to you, you feel like a victim of life, victim of some unknown forces. Because we have just forgotten that it's all Swayambhu experiences, self-created, self-inflicted. It's a play, it's a game that we are playing. As long as we don't remember the big picture, we are caught in this game. We are caught in between the dualities. So friends, today's class is dedicated to Raman Maharshi. He is such a master of masters of masters of masters of masters. A very grandest master. Very simple master. Very simple. He is an embodiment of simplicity. The entire life he was just not caught in the illusion. He did not continue his studies also. After knowing about his non-dual consciousness, he could not go to learn about ABCD and mathematics, English. He started studying the soul. The biggest study in the world of study is about the soul. Who am I? He studied about it. What universities won't offer, he has started studying it. And he could never come back to the duality game again. He started playing. He knew whenever people come and say, I have this problem, that problem, that problem. He inside is full of comedy. He knew that it's an illusion. He is full of, but he is compassionate master. He is empathic. He knew that they are caught in the illusion. They've forgotten the game. They've forgotten that their own self-inflicted is a game of their own self, which is replayed here in this physical dimension. So, such a great master. We receive all the inspiration from Raman Maharshi Ji, who has really showed the way to non-duality, Advaita. So, this three-dimensional plane, the physical dimension, this is called as 3D plane. This 3D is a very interesting plane. Why interesting? Because all kinds of experiences. Soul seeks experiences. It wants to have cold experience, hot experience, wants to have pleasant, unpleasant, sad, happy, some lifetimes lonely lifetimes, some lifetimes lot togetherness, so many varieties of experiences. It's a play in the 3D, and we are truly a multidimensional being who always knows that I am oneness being, no separate self. We are all same, separate, no separate self. We belong to the same consciousness, the primordial consciousness, which is only one. That one which has manifested into so thousand, millions, billions, trillions, zillions of souls. The entire creation came from that place, the same consciousness which created and which never separate. But the illusion here, when we started playing this game, is so strong. It's the nature of the game. We forget and we remember. We forget, we remember. And once we remember, we still continue to play the game, but with complete self-remembrance, who you are. After remembering who you are not no more, you will not have tragedy and suffering. So, when there is duality, there is also suffering. When there is duality, there is ignorance. Avidya. When Buddha said, the suffering, there is a cause, there is a root cause. The root cause is avidya, ignorance. Because of the duality, we forget. We are in full ajnan. We don't know who we are, we forget. Avidya takes over. And with avidya, all those other things will come up in our life. So avidya gives birth to fear, ignorance gives birth to suffering, pain, and we have so many sorts of experiences of polarity, all that. This is a play in the 3D. So those who understand this big picture, the 3D becomes a very interesting plane. Otherwise, it's a plane of suffering for many people. Buddha said the same place where there is suffering, the samsara, it becomes a fertile ground for the lotus to bloom. When there is no mud, there is no lotus. We need mud to bloom a lotus. So this samsara, which we have a playground for our souls, and here itself we understand non-duality also. We bring that understanding to this physical plane. So friends, this master Lao Tzu, who is one of the very great masters, the first statement he has given in Tao Te Ching is, the Tao that can be spoken is not the true and eternal Tao. He said he refused to write in words because all the language is duality only. Any word that you try to express, it becomes duality. So he said, Tao that can be named as this and that is called not Tao at all. It is not the truth at all. If you try to speak about the truth, it is no more truth. He is speaking about eternal truth. The name that can be named is not the eternal name. The nameless is the beginning of heaven and earth. The source has no name, but we give name, different names, Shiva, Buddha, Christ, Allah, different names we give to the source. It is nameless, is formless, and the named, the mother of 10,000 things. He has given birth to 10,000 things. So he is talking about the duality here, the birth of duality, the language, naming, labeling, discerning, conceptualizing. This is an archetypical expression and function of duality. Dvaitam. Language is Dvaitam. That's why In the spiritual path, as we advance, all the language is forgotten, all the concepts forgotten, all the methods also are useless at some point. Even meditation becomes useless. What is to meditate upon? You are a oneness being, you realized it. What is the method? You drop the methods also. You sit quietly. That is meditation. No question of swasamaya jhasa, no breath watching, no breath awareness. Initially all these methods in the duality plane, it holds good. But after that, drop every method. No technique, no method. All methods, techniques are only, technologies are related to duality. This samsaric, this illusory plane. But that is completely non-dual. No techniques, no method. Can anybody teach? Can be taught about this non-dual consciousness? A teacher can't teach this. A student can't learn it. It's an experience. It happens one day. You need to be ready. You are open. Then it happens. It can be taught. If it can be taught, already this earth planet might have become full of Buddhas, Christs and Krishnas only. One Buddha is enough to make this whole planet full of Buddha field. But why it can't be taught? Can you really teach anybody anything? No, no question, out of question. Can you really help anyone? No. You can't help anyone too. Unless someone is ready to help themselves, you can't help. You may take the horse to the pond and river. You can't force the horse to drink the water. You can't make enlightenment to happen in someone. So friends, this master, entire Tao Te Ching is about non-duality. He was speaking about the Tao. Tao is non-dual, singularity, unmanifest, which can be named, which don't have a form. And he tries to give some kind of expression through metaphors. He used a lot of metaphorical language, because otherwise normal language, it will not be useful at all. You can't speak in straight words. He is speaking in metaphors. He told that we are like droplets and reaching to the ocean, and once you join the ocean, there is no individual nature of you. You are the ocean itself. He speaks in terms of the sky, the river, birds, nature, trees. He uses those metaphors, those symbols. So friends, when the 10,000 things are viewed in their oneness, we return to origin and remain where we have always been. When you look at things, when you can look at the origins, 10,000 things are originated from the same. You, me and dog, cat, tiger and amoeba, parasites, all of them, they are born from the same source. So I am that, you are that. So all that is that, everything is that only. So you think I am this, you are not this. The biggest illusion that we created is I am the body. That's why it's called first Satori, or an experience of enlightenment, when you come to know that you are not the body alone. First realization is that you are the soul. And then series of other realizations you come to experience in your meditations, that I am not even the soul, I am the collective consciousness, I am the collective soul. There is no individual soul. Jivatma is also a lesser truth. Higher truth is there is only one, only Paramatma, only one soul. Duality is all the time, it's like a division. It's non-divisive, non-undifferentiated, only singularity that is existing. So I am that. So, and that is all there is. Even a snail telling that I am that too. Even a snail, dog, all small creatures, I am that too. So friends, we all came from the same source. We are all non-dual beings. So there are 4 important versions, schools of thoughts, which we recognize now. In the world you will find that there are 4 kinds of categories of people who says that Jagam Satyam Brahma Midya. This is the first category of people. They are called as atheists. Jagam Satyam. Jagam means this world, physical world, the 5 sensory world. Is Satyam means is only the truth. Brahma is what is called as non-dual awareness, which created everything. It is Midya. It is called illusion. What I see from these 5 senses with my physical eyes, that is the only truth that is existing. Anything else is all Midya, it's all illusion, it's all Maya. That is called first category. Many people will start our journey from there. First, because we see only with physical eyes, we say this is what the truth is. One day we will be shaken up. And we do get glimpses of what is called beyond the physical experiences, non-physical experiences, spiritual experiences. First time you meditate, you will have that experience. What is called energy dimension. Your witness consciousness makes you witness that I am not this, I am that, what is witnessing in me. So these kind of deep realizations, they come and we get over this state. Now many people, even now, they believe this, Jagam Satyam Brahma Midya. And second school of thought, second category of people, Jagam Midya, Brahma Midya. They are highly depressed people. Oh, this also is illusion, that also is an illusion. This is Maya, that is Maya too, Super Maya, Mahamaya. Then what is the question of continuing my life? Depressed, we don't want to do anything. We feel depressed. This is another school of thought. Many people, they go into this state of depression. When there is no truth, there is only, you don't resonate. Truth makes you resonate and feel alive. Truth always makes you alive. But this is not the truth. This is not the truth. This is not the truth. Third one, Jagam Mithya, Brahma Satyam. Jagam, this world is illusion, and only Satyam is Brahma. Only that's non-dual consciousness is the Satyam. That's the only truth. This appears to be somewhat good. Oh, this is illusion, that is truth. Jagam Midya and Brahma Satyam. This appears to be little bit better. But still, if you go and speak to a person who is having tooth pain, it's all illusion. You are a dentist, instead of treating his toothache, and you are saying, teaching him all the philosophy, all the what you learned from this class, it's all illusion. He will slap at us. So most of the husbands who are meditators, in the home they do this to the wives. They go on teaching, oh, this is all illusion, samsara is illusion, don't worry. Wife says we have some needs for the family, we need to acquire some basic requirements for our family. Husband says, it's all illusion. Why? Wife gets so angry. So never to preach the wife. Husbands, advice to husbands. Because sometimes our this kind of theory in our mind, we try to teach concepts to others, they get triggered so much. So finally the fourth one, Jagam Satyam Brahma Satyam. World is truth. This world is also truth because it is existing. This is three-dimensional plane, which is tangible, apparent. Though it is somewhat is illusory, but it is also called relative truth. It's called relative truth. That is called absolute truth. Brahma Satyam, Jagam Satyam. This is the better understanding. Evolution in our thought process.
So is the fourth highest truth?
Yes, this is the highest truth. Jagam Satyam. It's called relative truth. Though it is not the highest truth, it is called relational truth. That's why all relationships in this physical dimension, it's also truth. We play here in the relationships. We have a duality game. Otherwise there is no relationship. If there is only oneness, no two people are there. What is about relationship? No relationship. We need relationships. When there is duality existing, then there is question of admiration. You admire Krishna, you admire your wife, you admire your husband, and you admire your children. All that admiration comes from duality. That there is some beauty in it. Rumi says beautifully about this. Because of the duality, you always, you think that you are separate from the beloved God, and you are waiting for your beloved. There is a longing, there is so much beauty in that. You wait and something admiration, adoration. Because duality gives birth to this kind of beautiful sentiments in us. That's why this play is there, We are beautifully playing our samsara here.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For the fourth point. Now it says Jagam Satyam and Brahma Satyam. So Brahma is Satyam, which says that oneness is the truth.
Yes.
We are all oneness beings.
Yeah.
But at the same time it says Jagam Satyam means duality or illusion is also the truth.
Yes.
So
Illusion is called relative truth here.
Relativity. Now it's like two poles which are pulling us apart. So does it mean to say that you accept or understand that oneness is the truth, but at the same time give respect to the duality and become a part of the play?
Exactly, that's the meaning of the fourth category
So
here.
you become a part of the play and it's alright.
You become part of the play and play it very well.
Now what does the play it very well means? That you be the oneness.
Carry the oneness, remembrance of the oneness, the singularity in you. At the same time, know that this is all illusion that you spend here, everything that you are in samsaric plane. It's a big illusion. Money is illusion.
So not to get carried away.
Not be carried away. People get identified with it. That's how whole entanglement happens. Attachments happen. And duality is beautiful too. And the only thing is non-entangled and non-attached, you will play very well the duality game. That's why masters, they play very well their samsaric plane. Zen masters, they say, before enlightenment I chop wood and carry water. After enlightenment I chop wood and carry water. There is no difference, but there is a difference. What is the difference? Quality of awareness. So the Zen master will be doing the same job, going to the same factory, or every day sleeping with his wife and playing with children and all that. No difference, but there is with a certain understanding and remembrance. That is the beautiful thing. So this Buddhist monk one day went to pizza corner. He wanted to eat a pizza, and he is already full of concepts in his mind, you know, that we are all everything. So he said to the chef, please prepare me nice pizza with one with everything. He said, because he gets nice pizza then with all the capsicum and all jalapenos and olives and so many toppings on it. He said, one with everything I want. And his chef is a little wise person. He saw this person is the most theoretical person, and finally he's paying in cash for his pizza, and he has to return some change. And instead of giving change to him, he said, change comes from within. These concepts, sometimes we try to use it in daily life, in teaching people. They get so much triggered that's why when we understand Jagam Satyam also, it's a relative truth. We have chosen this play, this game we have chosen, and by running away from this play, it's not going to help us. We have to play very well without getting entangled in it, because the higher truth is Brahma Satyam. That's the higher truth. So friends, you don't look at the sky, you are the sky. First, initially, you look at the sky, you look at the trees. When you look at the trees appear to you differently. They are different from you. You have a human form, trees have no human form. Sky, it's appearing different. It is more ethereal, more expansive, unlimited. And you are dense body. You are having these eyes which sees the sky. But initially there is duality. You are seeing from duality. What you see is, you see the sky. At a later point, sky disappears. You become the sky. What a watcher becomes the watched. Observer becomes the observed. In the mystical consciousness, there is only pure oneness. You meet your own self. I meet my own self. What is the difference between you and me? There is no difference. I meet my own self. So that's the higher truth. You are the sky. This is called pure seeing. Buddha mentioned it as clear seeing, pure seeing. He is talking about pure seeing, clear seeing from that deep realization of anatta, no separate self. No separate self. We're all the same. Then I see you as me as you, and everything as one. That's called pure seeing, clear seeing. So, observer and observed, seer and seen. These are the two things which we are sometimes see in the world, or we are caught in this observer, observed, and object and subject. The object and subject. And no question of object and subject at one time, because they become one. As you realize that there is only one consciousness, and whatever is being observed is you. Whoever is observing is you. So drashta is called seer, drashta. Drushti is seeing, and whatever is seen is called drishtantam. Whatever is visible, you're seeing, it's called drishtantam. Whatever is seen is also you. So when the seer, seeing and seen become one, then you have understood the play of duality and non-duality. The act of observing and observer, whoever is observing something, and the act of seeing, observing, and the observed, the object of observation, these three, they become one. Because the singularity is the stream, and it is called underlying stream, which connects. It's a sutra, it's a oneness principle which is operating. So you see persons and things not as they are, but as you are. Anthony Di Mello, he is my great inspiration, a great teacher. I admire from the very beginning. When I came into this meditation path, he has been such an inspiration to me. So he has written many books. The Song of the Bird, The Prayer of the Frog, 1 Minute Nonsense, 1 Minute Wisdom. Amazing books, all parables and stories and jokes. All teachings are in the form of stories. All the metaphysical truths. So he says, you see persons and things not as they are, but as you are. If I look at you from the dualistic view, from a dualistic point of view, I see all the kinds of good and bads, and oh, you are a bad person. I judge you because I am seeing from my own dualistic mind. A Buddha sees a person, he sees another Buddha there. From non-dualistic point of view, he recognizes the Buddha seed in others.
He sees God everywhere.
God everywhere. So this is what is called seen, and seer, becoming one. Watcher, watching, and watched, becoming one. Observer, observing, and observed, becoming one. Drushti, drashta, and drushtantam, becoming one. Only one thing, singularity. So, one story I remember I want to share with all of you. I might have shared this many times, but I always feel good about this story. This is one of the Upanishadic stories, Satyakama Jabala. It's the name of the boy, one small boy who was born to Jabala, one lady, one woman. And this woman is all alone. They don't have a home. When the Satyakama Jabala was born, because the mother's name she added to the boy, that's why his name kept it as Satyakama. And Jabala is the mother's name. So she started living under a tree, a big banyan tree. That's the home for her, because we have no other home. This boy used to play with there only under the tree. He never knew anything about other world, or the outer world at all. Only the tree branches, leaves. This is only the relationship. Every day he used to go inside the banyan tree. There is a tree hole. Climb the tree, play there. And one day he saw there are many other people there, far away world. He asked mother, I want to go there. Because first time we are caught in the illusion, right? We want to be just go and see all the interesting things. So he said, I will go, and he started seeing people there. He started people fighting, angry, greedy, jealous people, all kinds of fearful people. And he started getting many questions in his mind. He started asking questions. He came back to mother. I want to know about who am I. I want to know why people they're fighting. Who is the creator? Who created all this? I want to know. This is a question of an enlightened being who is about to be enlightened. These questions will come. Who am I? What am I? What is this creation? And a deep quest begins. This small boy was asking every day his mother, Mom, please teach me. I want to know. Please send me a teacher, otherwise I want to learn. Because if I want to learn, I have to go to our sir, guitar sir. Because to learn guitar and flute, I can't learn by myself. I need a teacher. I was asking every day, I need a teacher, a guru, who can teach me about these things, about who am I. Mother said, Every day she used to postpone. She used to say this story, that story, and some excuse she used to tell. Finally, one day, she saw this fellow is so pestering. He is not leaving the question at all. Every day he is waking up, he is asking the mother, who am I? What is the purpose? Why am I born? What is this creation? Why people are fighting? And I had to find the answers. Mother said, I have to tell you something. I can send you to a teacher. Gurus are there. There are many gurus. But all the gurus will ask you about your background. Who is your mother? Who is your father? I tell you about, I never told to you about this. You never had a father. You had no one father. You have multiple fathers. Because she was working as a maid servant, and some of the rich landlords has molested her. They used to be drunk in alcohol. They used to abuse her. And who knows? There are many such people who abused me, and that's how you were born. But you are such a dear, darling child to me. I love you, my dear child. And all the gurus will ask you about your father. But if you tell the truth, that my father, I don't have a father, I am born, this is what happened and this is how I am born, then all the gurus and ashrams will reject you. They refuse you, they decline you. But your curiosity, your quest is so strong. Today I will let you go. But at least you will find one guru who will accept you. Then that is the place where you will realize Brahma Gyan, the Atma Gyan or non-duality. That day he was so happy. He started going to ashrams, gurus, meeting them. Every guru asked this question: who is your mother? My mother is Jabala. And who is your father? I don't have a father. This is how I'm born. And every guru used to reject him and shaming him, scolding him, insulting him. A lot of humiliations he gone through. But his quest is so strong. The thirst for knowledge so strong. He kept going. Almost 100 ashrams he visited. 100 gurus declined him. Finally reached to one place. The name of the guru is Gautama. This Gautama, he is the only one who, after, in spite of telling his story, he said, you have come to the right place. My dear boy, you can be in this ashram. So take care of my cows. There are around hundreds of cows. Every day take care of them. So he has given some duty also. He was started living there. And with 100 cows every day he used to make them graze the grass. And the guru said one day, now I want you to do something, an assignment I am giving to you. You take these 100 cows to that mountains. You will cross those mountains. There is a beautiful forest. There you will find lot of grass. Here this is becoming dry. There is no grass here for all our cows. So reach that place, multiply all these cows 1,000 times, 1,000 cows. Make them 1,000 cows and then return back. So Satyakama Jabala took the 100 cows, crossed the mountains, reached to the other side, crossed the rivers, and finally one forest has come. There he started. Every day he was only with the cows. Initially he knew his name. His name is Satyakama Jabala. And slowly he started forgetting his name. Because if nobody calls you by your name, you will also forget your name. There is no thought also about that. So slowly started forgetting. 1 year already over. Slowly nobody to communicate. No language. Language disappeared. With the language disappeared, Mauna, the thoughts disappeared in his mind. He knew only trees. He will go and hug the trees. Or he watch the sky. Or he lie down on the grass and play with the grass. Or cows. They communicate in their cow's language. So some kind of feeling language, telepathic language. They were communicating that way. And Every day he used to lie down and watch the sky. He used to go into that experience of becoming one with the sky. Observer and observing used to become one. He used to become the sky himself. And whenever he is with the tree, he used to become the tree. Whenever he is with the cows, he used to become the cows. There is no individual consciousness anymore. So how many years elapsed? There is no count because there is no calendar for him. How many days? No counting. Already 1,000 cows are over. One oldest cow said one day to him, Jabala, you've forgotten. Today is, we are 1,000. New born calves came and we are 1,000. You are given an assignment. Your name is Satyakam Jabala. Come on, we have to go to Gautama Ashram. Then he suddenly started slowly remembering. It took almost days for him to remember his name and other things. So slowly they started going back to the ashram. And when he is approaching the ashram, the Gautama, the sage, immediately felt the vibrations. He could see the vibrant aura, golden aura there. Ashram is completely flooded with the golden aura. You could see there is some great sage is coming, a Brahmagyani is coming there. So he started going towards him and he found this Satyakama Jabala with golden aura. Then he felt so happy because he has seen the possibility in Satyakama Jabala, this enlightenment, the non-dual experience. So this has really worked for him. And he said now to Satyakama that you have learned everything now. Whatever has to be learned, you have got. There is no point now in staying in this ashram. You can go anywhere. He said, I don't know that I have known. Now teach me the way that I can know that I know these things. Because you are saying I experience Brahmagnanam. I experience oneness. But I don't have awareness of it. Now let me know how can I recognize this enlightenment in me that happened. Because sometimes you may be living already an enlightened being, but you may not recognize your own enlightenment. Just like African tribe, they were actually sleeping on the diamonds and living on the diamonds. There is a diamond mine and children are playing the marble game with the diamonds. They don't know the value of it. One Britisher came one day, he said, these are diamonds and precious stones. He cleverly said, I will take few marbles for my children in England. Please give me few marbles. He took some diamonds there and then later he came and bribed them and said, I will give you lots of money. I need this because many children are there. They have to play the marble games. All that. They started stealing. Unless they were told that these are all precious stones. Later on they came to know. Africans, they don't know that they are so wealthy people or rich people. Even we are already enlightened beings, so we don't know that we are enlightened. We don't know that we are already non-dual beings. So, from this story we can understand that Satyakama Jabala is in us, all of us. There is a part of our soul wants to understand the big picture, wants to know about this duality game. Why there is conflicts, why people suffer, why they war, why they have battles, why can't be they together, harmonious, happy, why can't we live with the truth. These questions are there in all of us, but the quest need to be so alive in us. We should not give up like Satyakama Jabala. We have to pursue, and one day we have to leave everything that you have learned. You have to drop your language, drop the thoughts, drop the mind, drop yourself fully, the ego, let it be dropped fully. Then we realize that oneness. So this is the most beautiful experience by every meditator. One day or other they get this experience of non-ego, non-dual, oneness consciousness. They have that direct experience of it. So friends, if a beautiful sunset is seen, how much more beautiful is what is seeing it. This has come to me one day. I was a more recent experience. Few months back I was in Indonesia, in the beach. That day is a holy day, that's full moon day. The beautiful full moon has come, and there is sunset and full moon same time. We were watching that, and many of us, we were watching and meditating there. That time it has come to me. If this is so beautiful, what is seeing it and must be much more beautiful. The seer, the watcher who is watching this is much more beautiful. So friends, another great master, I have high regards to this master, Nisargadatta Maharaj. His book I highly recommend to everyone. I Am That is a great book. His experience he has written. The I am in movement creates the world. Beautiful words. The I am in movement creates the world, samsara. The I am at peace becomes absolute. He's talking about duality and non-duality. The I am is all the time in movement. It creates all the duality experiences. It becomes the world. The world is full of play here. It's always movement, everything restless, everything movement. All the time we are so restless beings, we can't keep quiet at all. Meditation is like keeping quiet. One simple advice to all people is keep quiet. Nobody likes it. Even as teachers in the school, they say to the children, keep quiet. Nobody likes to be keeping quiet. They want to be in movement all the time. Monkey mind is never quiet. So when we are at peace, then we go back to absolute. So duality is relative, non-duality is absolute. The absolute is called limitless one or Shiva or whatever name we give it to is the same. Allah, we can give any name to it. Limitless one, unlimited one. So friends, I want to tell about this Nirvan Shatkam. Adi Shankaracharya's is one of the best. Maybe I need can I plug it? Music. So we'll all hear it.
Yes.
One of the most amazing contributions from Adi Shankaracharya. He's talking about completely about non-dual state, non-duality. Anybody knows about it? How to sing? Anybody knows the lyrics and Nirvana Shatkam? Anybody? Yeah. So you know anybody can sing? Vastunda madam? Randu madam aithe. అక్కడ కూర్చుని పాడండి. Yeah, we'll rest of it మనం ఇక్కడ విందాము. I'll start it now. Yeah. Yeah. try. Yeah. Maybe 1 second. I take a moment's time. Yeah. It's support చేయట్లేదు. Okay. Okay. ఈ sound enough for now. All of us, we sit in meditation and listen to it. It's beautiful. Another 30 seconds, just stay in this silent space. Okay, friends. One of the best gifts to the world that Adi Shankaracharya, this great master, has given. Talking about, you are not even all these what you're seeing. You are not the five elements, you are beyond the five elements. You are not Mrityu, you are not Amrityu also, you are beyond that. You are not Dvaitam, you are not Advaitam, you are that consciousness which is playing. It's playing duality and non-duality at the same time. You are originally consciousness, you are the consciousness, you are the limitless one. You are that absolute. Aham Brahmasmi Tattvamasi. Aham Shivosmi. Shivoham, Shivoham, I am Shiva. You are Shiva. Shiva is playing this game of what is called duality and non-duality. Play very well this game. So, knowing itself as unchanging substratum of the phenomenal world, consciousness imbues living with a profound equanimity amidst diverse events. So there is a substratum of consciousness which is watching this phenomenal world, the samsara, the illusion, everything that's going on. Like you are sitting in a car and a train watching outside, you feel that everything is moving. Because everything appears to be that way. Even the world, it appears to be, though it is all illusions, but it's so real also. Same time, it feels very real. The pain is real, death is real. But as we understand the truth of absolute, the Shiva, the consciousness inside you, which is the substratum, which is always never non-differentiated, non-separate from the singularity. We embrace all the events here. We embrace the paradoxes, all the dualities here. We play the game very well here. So friends, I recommend these about 4 scriptures about non-duality. One is Ashtavakra Gita. One day Janaka Maharaj was in his court and he was dreaming that he lost everything, he became a pauper. And he is asking, he is begging for food, he is hungry. In the dream it is so real, he is thinking it's so real. He is hungry and somebody has given him something, but he is hiding it because others, if they see the bread, they will take it. So he wants to hide it. It's so real. Then he woke up in the court, he saw all the courtyard and all the people gathered. Then suddenly, what is real? What is unreal? This question came. You want to find out from all the people, and Ashtavakra is such a great sage. So this is amazing about non-duality that he has presented. And second is Avadhuta Gita by Dattatreya. We say the author is Dattatreya. He is such an embodiment of wisdom. He is the greatest master, Dattatreya, and ageless master. And he talked about the entire about non-duality. Another scripture that part of the Avadhuta Gita is Tripura Rahasyam. Raman Maharshi ashram, every day they read that scripture. They have a self-study groups. And Ribhu Gita is another scripture. It's about Ribhu Maharshi, who has experienced this deep experience of non-duality. It's about the limitless consciousness of us. Ribhu Gita. It's all available in Telugu also. You may search in the Google search. Bhagavad Gita is another. It's about play of duality and non-duality. Krishna is giving beautiful guidance. One of the wonderful masters. He is not telling that we are non-dual beings, renounce this world. He is not telling that. Play well. This battlefield, Kurukshetra, go and fight. Fight for injustice. Live well. He is giving all the keys, golden keys, how to live well in the physical plane. I think no master attempted such a thing. Lord Krishna was giving that. He said, live here through Nishkama Karma Yoga. Don't attach to results and fruits, outcomes. Outcomes never matters. Do your things. Do your karma here. Don't attach, oh, I have done this meditation, when my third eye will open. Don't meditate for your third eye. Don't meditate for enlightenment. Just meditate. Do your things. Leave rest. Outcomes never bother. But this physical plane, we are always worried about the outcomes, fruits, results. So, this is another great scripture that we need to.
Sir, I want to share one thing
Yeah.
about Nirvana Shatakam.
Yeah.
Isha Yoga Center in Coimbatore, they have this 13 feet linga, sir. And every Amavasya and Paurnami,
Yeah.
they put a ladder and devotees can go and put milk and water on the Shivalinga.
Right.
And this Nada Archana, they play the Nirvana Shatakam through instruments,
Oh,
and that is
okay.
offered to Shiva as
Yeah.
uh,
That's great.
yeah. So and the meditation center, they have those pyramids over there, and that time when you sit there, you feel the oneness.
Oneness.
I
Yes.
experienced that. I
Wow.
happened to be there on the 10th anniversary. I did not know it was, but
It's beautiful.
yeah.
Thank
Isha
you.
Yoga.
So, this admiration, this we represent the Shivaling, but we know that we are Shiva ourselves. And initially, that play of consciousness, we like it. We worship, we go to the temple, we represent something. That's why in the Nirvana Shatakam, Adi Shankaracharya clearly saying, you are not this, you are not that also. You are consciousness. You are Shiva himself. Shivoham, Shivoham. There is the question of puja, archana and stotra and japa. No question of this. He's telling that you are consciousness itself. Consciousness playing. There is admiration, there is beauty in that. So we still represent everything symbolically. We perform some rituals. There is beauty in that because of the duality. But we always never need to forget that we are non-dual beings. We are oneness beings. Nirvana Shatakam, listening to it is different from Nirvana Shatakam experiencing it all by ourselves in meditation. Just by experiencing whatever Adi Shankaracharya told, his experience through Nirvana Shatakam, it is such a beautiful experience. Where you are gone beyond duality and non-duality also. Even non-duality is also concept. You are neither duality or non-duality. You are pure consciousness which is limitless. You are that. That's what we need to realize. That is what is the play of consciousness. So friends, finally we end with meditation. One more time. Okay, for a few minutes of meditation we practice. So let us close our eyes and Sitting in a comfortable posture. Just for a few moments, let us observe the breath. Become one with your breath. Initially, we witness the breath. Later, we realize that whatever is being observed is you. Observer and observed is you. Just become one with whatever that you are observing. If you are observing your thoughts, become one with it. If you are observing the breath, become one with it. If you observe feelings, emotions, become one with it. If you observe the stillness within you, the gap between the thoughts, the silence within you, become one with it. 1 minute. Just be. Be one with the breath. Ten seconds. Just be. Five seconds. 4, 3, 2, and 1. 0. Okay, friends. Slowly, whenever you are ready, you may open your eyes. That's wonderful, friends. Today's we learned something very important, how to be playful. That's why we say Shivoham, Shivoham, I am limitless one. Whenever there is suffering, whenever there is non-suffering too, don't get attached to any of these two. Don't get attached to prosperity, don't get attached to poverty, don't get attached to illness, don't get attached to health also. Your consciousness is experiencing these things. So say Shivoham, Shivoham. I am that limitless one. Even the confusions in the mind, clarity in the mind, it's all the same, limitless one. The same non-dual. Shivoham, Shivoham. Our ignorance and enlightenment also loses its relevance. Say Shivoham, Shivoham. Everything is that limitless. Shivoham, Shivoham. So that's how we can really play very well this game of duality and non-duality at the same time. Otherwise, so much confusion. So many people, they speak about non-duality and Advaita, but we are playing very well these two games. These both are the two games. Your consciousness primarily, that need to be realized. Neither duality or non-duality. Your consciousness, Swayambhu, your Shiva. That is the primary lesson that we take it from this class. And friends, now next week there is topic. Okay, who will be taking? Loknath will be taking the class on appointment with the present moment. That's the topic. Appointment with the present moment. Because we don't give appointment to the present moment. We are so full of past appointments or future appointments. Appointment with the present moment is the topic. So friends, those who are soul coaches who are already there, they can remain here. And otherwise there is a soul coach class now, it continues. And it's wonderful to have you. Let us all give claps to ourselves.